Hello everyone, hopefully you've all had a good week and welcome to today's live. So today we're going to carry on making our little interactive pages and thingamabobbies for our Christmas album. I'm actually going to be using this album for this year, so I'm going to label it my 2024 album. So that's going to be where I'm going to be putting my photos this year. Now last week we made this file box and I do have a cutting and scoring guide. There's no dies for this, it's a cutting and scoring guide. I've got mine printed off. That is linked down below in the description box. If you're on Facebook, you will find that in on my page as well. But the easiest place to find a direct link is in the YouTube description. So if you're on the chat, come along and say hello. I would love to chat. And we're going to just dive straight in. Hello, Lynn. Hopefully you've had a good week so far. It's Thursday already. Where has this week gone? So the papers that I have used for this are free papers from Simply Cards and Paper Craft, issue 236, and these are basically just a free download on Craftworld. Craftworld is free to join, and you can get all of the magazine paper downloads. There is a link that takes you direct to that one as well. Absolutely gorgeous papers there. Right, so those are the papers we're going to use. I will probably delve back into there already a bit later on. Hello, Lynn. All kids back to school. We've got 3.5 weeks still, so yeah, just a little bit longer to wait. Hello, Rosalie. I have no idea what time zones you are in. I'm assuming there's a couple people here from the US as well, so good morning to you guys over there, or wherever you're at, whatever time you're watching. Good evening, good afternoon. So this is the album that we worked on last week. We did a shaker card on the front, like a shaker element here, and I've used some festive elements here from Card Making Magic. I think some of these have sold out, so I will be moving over to this die set here. This is the Vintage Christmas Large Lantern. This was released last week and it's got some beautiful foliage here, so I'll be continuing decorating with that. And there's so much to show you guys today. So Rosie's in Orlando, so it must be very early over there. Hello Vicky, how are you feeling? I hope you're feeling a little bit better anyway. Getting some nice rest in. Okay, so today we're going to be adding some pockets to the front and the back cover. Now there are links to how to make this large album. It's basically the large album die set. Now there is a sale on at the moment. I think it's up to 60% off. That's pretty amazing, and a lot of the die sets that I'll be using today will be featured in that sale. I think it ends today because it's just like a 48-hour thing. It started yesterday and it ends today, so there is plenty of die sets in there. Amazing prices. So there is a tutorial that is linked to show you how to pop this album together. This one has top loading pockets at the top. And I have actually decorated, well, it's not really, I wouldn't class it as proper decorating, but I've matted the a few of the pages here to get us started. Now this is something that I want to continue to kind of decorate with you guys on the odd live as we go through the rest of the year. So we're going to be probably delving in and out of this one and doing some pages. Now today we're going to be using, like I said, we're going to be popping in a pocket here, and I'm going to pop a large flip and tuck here on the front, and then two smaller ones here, and then something on the side here. Now I have an example of what I'm going to show you today. It's good to see an example before we jump straight in and making it, so you can know exactly what I'm making. This is also the large album, and this one has its pockets on the side. Okay, so on the one we're making today, it has the pockets at the top, and this one has it on the side. You have that freedom with this album to do that. So today we're going to be making the large flip and tuck, so you can get two photos there. This is a lot of fun. This is from my Scandi Dreams collection. Yeah, the paper pad's definitely gone. but we have some of the elements there. So we're making that one today, and then I have some more elements here. We have this in the smaller version. We're going to be popping those on there as well. And this die set comes with some brackets, I'd say, or like side tabs that you can add to make this into a pocket as well. The same for the small one, so we're going to be making a pocket there for the larger version. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Just wanted to show you a quick example so you can visually see where we're headed. Hello Debbie, and hello Julie. Vicky's feeling so. I really hope you start feeling much better soon. Hello Sharon from Ohio. There's quite a few of you from the US as well. I think we also have another Deborah, I think from Germany. If you're watching on catch up, Deborah, or joining later, hello. Right, so I've got a nice big pile here. I'll show you the pile that I'm going to be working through today. So I've shown you the large album, so you can have this in portrait or you can have the pages in landscape. It comes with the binding. Let's move that aside. I don't think I need to show that again. Right, so let's go on to our first page, which is going to be the inside page, and it's going to be the pockets. Now, here is the die set for this. There we go. Large album die set editions. So it does say landscape here, but it fits the large perfectly. So they are the same size, and this is absolutely phenomenal. The amount of metal you get in here. Look at this. Huge amount of metal in there. So I have used this die here. It looks teeny tiny, but it's actually really big. Here it is. I've die cut it out already. I've tried to get as organized as I can so that we can just smoothly go through today's live. Stressful lives are not fun, but I'm not stressed right now. Okay, so I've got my page mats already done. In the large album, I do have to go back to it. In the large album, you do get a mat here to mat your pages. So everything's been thought out for you. So I've got two here, and I'm using these beautiful papers here. Remember, these are free downloads. They're linked down below. And I have die cut two of these ornate pockets. As you can see, looks tiny there, but that is the actual size. It's huge. And we're going to pop those onto our front and back covers, and I've got my mats there, so if you have any questions I can answer those while I'm sticking and gluing. And I'm going to pop down my little page mats first. I love this little nutcracker here, and then I'm going to mimic the front and the back, so they're going to be exactly the same. Okay, so the great thing about the corner pockets is you can have it that way, or you can have it that way, or even if you wanted to, you can have it that way, but you'll need a larger album if you're going to do it that way. So Vicky's asking, am I ready for next week? I am. I'm trying my best to be ready. I've got a few more things to make, hence why you're not seeing the face view today, because you'll find out what next week's Christmas collection is going to be. So next week is the Simply Made Crafts Christmas launch. So excited about it. And yeah, I'm just getting all of my tutorials filmed at the moment. There's a lot to be getting on with, and it's a lot of fun. So next week is actually a very busy week, actually, because we've also got the craft along on Monday. I'm doing a craft along for the Paper Craft Society box, which is the woodland animals one. So that's the Simply Made Crafts one, and that's going to be a lot of fun as well. So that's all going to be on the Craft Stash channels on the Facebook there. So that is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be giving you loads of ideas on what you could be making with your little woodland creatures, and the little gift box that comes with it as well. And that's on the Monday, and then Tuesday I can start doing the sneak peeks of the Simply Made Crafts Christmas launch. That, yeah, it's going to be epic. I love it. I love everything that's in there, and I think you're all going to like it too. It's very festive. It's a lot of fun as well. There's loads of useful things in there as well. So, but that's really all I can say. I can't give away too much again right now. Though Vicky knows exactly what's in there because she's been busily making her samples. So I hope you're excited about it too, Vicky, and I hope you've really enjoyed making those samples too. Oh, it's Lynn's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow. It's great that it's on a Friday. Everyone's going to be all happy it's Friday and in the celebratory mood as well at the same time. That's always great. Hello, Barbara. Oh, it's Barbara from Germany. I said Deborah. There's so many Barbaras, Deborahs and Lynn's in the lives. Oh, it's amazing. I need to keep a tally chart. I mean, we could do like not a tally chart, a register. How many which Deborahs have we got? Which Debbies have we got? How many Lynns are in the house? So yeah, Vicky's saying she's really enjoyed doing the Christmas samples. So right, I've got the pocket now. This does come with the side tabs, so all I'm going to do is just add this. And again, these all these pockets in that die set do come with a nice selection of mats as well, and there's some tags in there as well. There's everything in there. It's like, kind of like a one-stop shop for just making your mini album. It is absolutely fantastic. So I'm just adding my glue here. Okay, I'm using the book binding glue. I've opened up a new bottle and I decanted the rest of my other bottle into one of these little ones here. I'm just going to pop that on there. I am going to hold this down a little bit because this is craft cardstock, and yeah, it takes a little bit longer to stick with the glue. I mean, I could get some little clips. I did have a jar of them somewhere, but I have made so much mess the last week, couple of weeks. I've got lots of different projects going on right now. So I've got the Paper Craft Society on the go, ready for Monday. I'm getting ready for my new Christmas collection. I've been preparing for today's live because I've got I've been die cutting ahead for today's live, so I'm all prepared for that. Plus I'm also working on a new collection for 2025, so that's in that's been designed. It's in testing right now before we send it off to manufacture. So I've been busy working with the designers there, testing all of it's all been digitalized from my paper design. So just a little bit of a sneak peek there behind the scenes. So I've been working with the designer the last few days as well, testing everything out, making sure everything's hunky-dory, ready for sending off. And that's not the testing complete either, because we then order the test dies. Those come in first, and then we actually test those dies too. So not only are we testing the files, we're testing the dies when they come in, and once we are happy that everything works in the machines and everything, then yeah, it gets the go ahead, and then we do the big order for the warehouse. So Vicky's asking me a question, I think. Have you seen the new glue? Yes, it's bear glue or something, barely glue. I think it's one of Sam's favourite. Yeah, I would give it a go, Vicky. If it's anything similar to the darkroom door stuff. I don't know if I still have darkroom door. Let's have a look. If someone could answer my question, I'm sure someone in the US might be able to answer my question or not. If it's not the glitter art glue. I don't think I have the bottle anymore. I might have got rid of it because I used it all up. Yeah, I think I've got rid of it. But if it's anything similar to the darkroom door one, then it's going to be absolutely excellent. So definitely always try new glue. If you are curious about a glue, just try it. It's always worth it, especially if it turns out to be an excellent find, and especially if it comes with high recommendations as well. Give it a go, see how you get on with it. I haven't looked at the price actually, so I will have to check that out later. I did get the email this morning about that though. Lynn's hoping that the Paper Craft Society box will be available. I'm hoping so too. It should be, I think. Right, I'm just making sure this goes down properly. Right, I have lost a bone folder. I know I have two in my jar. There's my jar, but there is one. Now I'm sure at the beginning of the week I had two. Like I say, I need to have a massive tidy up. it's just project after project after project. So I think what I normally do is I tidy up after the launch and just have a complete overhaul and just get everything sorted out. But I think I might just do that beforehand. I think it needs it. There we are, barely art glue, works great. So Debbie, that comes recommended from Debbie, so I think we're all gonna have to give that a go. Right, so we now have our pockets, front and back, and they match. Okay, so you can decorate these, you can add bits and bobs. If you have more poinsettias, you can put that on there as well. So next we're going to be making something to go in here, something really, really, really useful. We like useful things. So I have here a traveller's notebook. This is a standard sized one. You can get them from Amazon. This measures 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. That is the standard size. That is going to fit in there perfectly. There we go. I do need to make sure that my little tabs at the bottom there are glued down properly, because it can get caught. If you're worried about your tabs stopping things sliding in, you can tape them down to create a really smooth insert there, so that goes in just like that. So if you have an A6 one, which is kind of like this size, it's a half of an A5 size, that will fit in there too. Now this is going to be my little planner book, although I do mostly do everything on my computer now on spreadsheets. Yeah, I went technical with Christmas. So Lynn's saying I've lost both folders before and it was hiding under something, but the thing is I've lifted everything up. I've looked in all of my little pencil pots. The only other thing that I can think of is that my daughter's stolen it. She does that. She's never stolen a bone folder before, but she's taken my scissors and glue and the roll of bin bags, and and then she'll forget about it. So it's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Right, so let's get decorating. I'm living with my one bone folder because for a long time I just lived with the one bone folder until I decided to just have two. So yeah, bone folder gremlins. I do have some brand new ones that I've kept in the packet ready to go in case I ever lose both of them, but I don't know where the heck it's gone. Right, have a look at my Nouveau drops. Can you still buy the Nouveau drops on the Tonic website? Because they're really difficult to find nowadays. So if you know if they're still on the Tonic website, I'll be popping along there. But I have fished out some Nouveau drops here from my collection. I like to store them upside down actually to get rid of any air bubbles near the nib. This is Ruby Slippers. I just grabbed my Christmassy ones. This one is Pale Gold. So this is a glitter drop, this is crystal drop. More glitter drops here. I like this one. This one is White Blizzard. I just love the tops as well, they're so sparkling. This one is Stickles. Does anyone remember Stickles? This is from Ranger. I don't know if this has a name. It's got to have a name. No, it's just got a barcode there. But it's kind of like a bronzy gold, like a beige gold. Yeah. Okay, so let's get decorating. So I've taken some of these lovely accents here from Lou's collection that was released last week. It was a phenomenal collection and the prices were absolutely amazing. So I've got these here. I'll show you the die set again. Here we go. It comes as part of the lantern die set. All these lovely bits of foliage here. There we go. This is actually sized down from what we had on the cover, which is Card Making Magic. So that's going to fit onto our notebook lovely. And then you also get the beautiful lantern there. So I had a lot of fun. And then I've used some of these glitter drops here, Ruby Slippers, on the holly. You do get some dies there to cut out the holly berries as well, but I just wanted that extra bit of sparkle. So I've done all of my little mats here, so we're going to be doing some sticking and gluing today. Now this little notebook here is going to be my planner. I can write down all of my Christmas lists, the food, and right at the end of Christmas, as I'm packing my Christmas stuff away, I'll add a little note section and what I need to buy for next year so that it's there ready. I have noticed in Home Bargains they've had some of their Christmas things out already, like the baubles and things, so that's exciting. So it's definitely on its way. So this mat for this TN measures 8 by 4, and I've got my little corner rounder here, and it goes in this way. The reason why I'm giving this a little corner round is because the side here, 2 of the sides have rounded corners. There we go, and I'll do the same on this, so that matches. I've gone 1/4 inch shorter, so this measures 3 3/4 by 7 3/4. I'm going to glue that down. There we go. That is going to fit on the front there really nicely. Back to the glue. So Lynn's saying that she had an assorted shaped bone folder set of 5, and she's only got 2. She loves stickles. Yeah, I wish I just had all of the colours for all of like the Nouveaux and the stickles. It's like collecting all the pen colours as well, isn't it? I've probably gone a little bit too close to the edge here with the glue, because I'm going to be sticking this onto the gold mirror card, which can be a little bit unforgiving if you get glue on it. If you've done this, you know exactly what I mean. So let's pop this on. I'm going to try not to wiggle it around too much. I've got a little bit of excess coming out there. See if we can wipe that off. Now, I do get questions actually on the paper that I use to print this out on. I have actually gone for a thinner paper. It's this stuff here, 120 GSM, just in case you wanted to look that up. So I'm going to try and wipe this glue off. There we go, I think we're good. Right, so you can actually use this planner. You probably won't fit it all in one year. So if you just wanted to make this planner and not use it with the album, you can just create what I'm doing here, and you can just go through and just start a new, once you finish like a year, so I would probably only use this many pages for the first year, and then you can go again and do the same for another year, so 2025, 26, you probably get about 4 years worth of Christmases in that booklet, depending on how much you fill it. So and then you've got a history right at your fingertips of what you bought, so you're not doing repeat purchases. You know exactly what you bought other people, and you can even add a list there on what you received as well, so you know you can do all this comparison and things like that. So Lynn's already started buying her chocolate tubs. Have they got the offers on yet? I'm not sure. It won't be long, it really won't be long. I like to get them when it's like 2 for £7 or something like that. It's like £3.50 each then. One of each. And then I have to really put them away, or otherwise I'm tempted to start eating them in October. Then I have to buy a replacement. Right, so that's glued down. Let's pop this on next. I'm not going to add any dimension to this because this has got to slip into that pocket. So this is just a rectangle, and I've matted it with the gold there, and then I have here 20, 24. Let's get those down next. I'm going to use this. So this is from here. I think this is sold out now, but this is the alphabet die set. But if you find a die set with letters and numbers that you really like, just get it. I know Lou has some lovely ones. Card Making Magic, I think, also has some lovely numbers and letters, so they're always really useful to have those in various sizes as well. So you can get like a small set and a large set, and you will be absolutely set for anything you need them for. So again, you don't even have to use this as a planner. You can use this as a journal as well for creating more written memories, and just add a couple of photos and just have the rest of the big album over there that we're making to house like the larger photographs and the feature days. So this is great for recording thoughts and memories. Right, so that's 2024 popped on. This can fit in your purse or your handbag. And then we have here some holly. Let's pop that on as well. Oh yes, Vicky's saying Paper Discovery has some numbers too. So I did go over with a white gel pen as well, just to get some of those scored accents brought out a little bit. There we go. So it's always great to have your cardstock in different shades as well. So I've got different shades of green here. I've got a darker green and a lighter green, so it's great just to play with those. So let's do a dry run now. So again, varying colours of green. I'm going to pop that on there. Vicky, you might remember this colour, Mossy Meadow. I love this colour. Mossy Meadow was my favourite. So let's pop that there. Again, I'm just adding a little bit of glue so I still have that lift up at the ends. I can really try not to get this to get caught. If this is going to be for your handbag, don't bother with adding these bits on until you're ready to put it away in the album where it can live. Otherwise, if you're going to be popping this in and out of your bag, these are going to get caught and damaged, so it might be best to decorate this after. Add your paper, make it look pretty and festive, but just don't have anything loose and dangly. Right, so let's add holly leaf, and I'll probably have some leftovers actually, so I'm going to do the same here. Yeah, I'll probably have some holly leaves left over. There we go, and I'll actually add some more of these Nouveau drops to add some holly here, holly berries to this holly. There we go. There is our little planner ready to go. That's going to slot into our pocket, so let's pop that in. I just need to get all these glue lids back on because that's just a disaster waiting to happen. Right, I've got 4 holly leaves left. I'm going to pop those over there. I'm sure we will find a use for them throughout the album. So we now have our memory album for our photos and our little planner there for adding our notes, lists, food lists, party lists, guest lists, and even your New Year plans can go in there too. So if we go all out big at Christmas and New Year, you will have plenty of room in that planner for adding your notes. So let's slide that in, and that is going to fit in there perfectly. There we go, that's going to fit there in the front. Right, so what are we going to do now? We are going to make that flip and tuck here for our front page, our first page. So Lynn's going to make them as gifts. Yeah, they're really, really handy. If you're doing craft fairs, covered notebooks are perfect, especially when you're doing like Christmas planners. Yeah, so we're going to be playing with this. There's only a few of these left in, but I will be showing you how to pop this together because we do have the smaller one that we'll be getting to as well. So this one is a limited stock item. So I have die cut all of this out already. So let's go through what I've done. This is the large photo frame flip and tuck. So you can actually have this as a flip and tuck, and you can turn it into a pocket with this die and this die here. So I have die cut out one frame. This comes with a photo mat die. That's the center, so we don't need that one. You can use it for something else. And then we have the mechanism here, die cut one of those, and then to make the frame pocket 2 of those, because this one's going to be standing up, so I want 2 either side, and then 1 of those. So just a quick demo dry run of where these little tabs go. There's your frame, these tabs, 1 at the bottom and 2 on the side, and that is going to create a pocket. Okay, that's where we're going with this. Now there is one manual cut if you want to make the pocket, and that is this piece here. This measures 5 1/8 by 7 1/8, and that is written here on the back of the packaging as well. And then I've just made a little mat here from the paper. This measures 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. So let's get gluing and folding. So this comes to the score line here, so fold this up and down, and these are legs or arms, these fold as well, so get those folds popped in first and then add your glue here. So yes, Helen saying it's great for gifts for organised people. It's also great for disorganised people too. All those people that try to remember everything, you need to write it down. You really need to write it down instead of trying to remember everything. So it's great for that too. And the prettier you can make it, the more likely people are going to use it too. Right, so we have here this little tab that comes upwards. That tab matches with this one here. It doesn't match or fit in properly, but that is the side. By match I mean that's the side it needs to be on. Okay, so Vicky, you need to check in the YouTube description for the paper. I can't remember what link I left for the Facebook. Right, I'm just popping this on, and I have a gap all the way around, and then I will slide this across a little bit because the score line here for that tab needs to be visible too, and we also need to keep the gap going around evenly here on these 3 sides. So once you are happy with that, press down. There we go. I don't think I have glue there. No, I don't. Just need to press down here. There we go. Right, so I'm going to set that aside to dry completely before we start fiddling with it, making it move about. So let's work on this here. So let's get this glued down first. Again, if you want to do a screenshot, or if you're watching on replay, you can come back to watch this on replay. Those are the measurements for that. So let's glue that down. There we go. I think this is one of my favourite patterns here from this paper set. I do love this one as well though. It looks like mistletoe, but it's got red berries, so Christmas foliage. It still looks great. Right, so let's add our little elements now to make this into a pocket. So we are just going to add glue to these tabs here. Now you can have this on the side as well. That means you'd need 2 of the short ones and 1 of the longer one, but we're having it this way, so I need 1 of the shorter ones and 2 of the longer ones. So I'm just going to pop this on, and if you find it easier to use a red tape or something like that, then go ahead and use the red tape too. When I find my other bone folder, I will let you guys know. I might even do a Facebook post about it. Right, there is our first one. I was just double checking that that was all lined up. Right, so when you guys go through and make albums, what do you want to see? Because we still have loads of other things to decorate our album. We've still got quite a few pages to go, so if there's anything you want to see, let me know, because I want to add some elements in there that don't require a die set, so they're just like Scoreboard makes and elements that we can make on the Scoreboard. So if there's anything that you want to see, do let me know, because it's great to get your suggestions as well. There is our next one popped on there, and even if you're watching on the replay, you can just pop your comment in the section there and I will catch up on that. Isn't it great when you open a brand new glue? It just works properly. Right, let's add this last one now. Just lining it all up to the edge there. Right, get my bone fold now. Just press everything down so it's all folded in. And I'm going to show you a quick trick on this bottom flap here when we attach it, because sometimes when we put our inserts in, it can get stuck on that if it's not glued down properly. So Vicky has an idea for a waterfall without a die. That is in the works. I have got an idea on what we could make for one of the pages. It's a waterfall that goes upwards instead of downwards, so I think having that on here would be absolutely fantastic. So we have here our little pocket, and we have here, this is going to fit over the top and cover that fully. This is going to now be glued on by this tab here. Oops, sorry if that was noisy. And I do need to run through the machine again, because I want this frame here to have some patterned paper on it. So I think I'm going to do the same with that too. So I'm just going to add glue now, just to this flap here. So I'm trying to, if I go quiet, I'm trying to read the comments. So Lynn is saying she's going to be using her empty Paper Craft Society boxes to make outer album, so it's hard. Yes, that's a really good idea. You can reuse your Paper Craft Society boxes, and they're nicely decorated as well. If you wanted to use those colours, you find a really pretty box. Like all the Paper Craft Society ones are really pretty, but every now and then you will find one that's right up your street. Right, so I've lined this up perfectly with the piece underneath, and I'm just pressing this down. This now needs to be moved aside, so don't touch it, wait for it to dry properly. Okay, move that aside. Right, so I wanted to make an outer frame for the frame we've just made, so I'm going to use the same die again. I'm going to pop that through. I will get another rectangle out of that as well, so get myself a little freebie rectangle. Let's go up to this corner here and then run that through. That's a bit close to the edge actually. There we go. I normally stand up and die cut, but I'm sitting down today. Let's see if I can reach the other side, because it's way over there to the left, but normally my cat sleeps right where I need to stand. He's not here today, but he normally sleeps right near where I need to stand when I die cut. So there are times in the day where I just don't die cut because there's a cat standing there, sleeping there. Right. Here is our little frame. I am going to cut that little semicircle off because we don't need that. I've got my little freebie there. We can do something with that. And there's plenty of leftovers from that printout. So pop that away. Right, I'm going to grab my scissors now. I'm just going to cut off that little semicircle. So again, this die set, I think it's £14 something, and then we also have the smaller one which we're going to be moving on to. I've got those already set out already, but that one's £13, so it's part of the up to 60% off sale that is on at the moment. So I just need to make sure that this is all glued. I think so. Do a test run. There we go. This is the first time you're doing it, so you kind of got to just be very gentle with it. Lift it up carefully. There we go. And then these need to kind of get told what to do as well. Once you've told it what to do, you'll see that it moves a lot easier. Okay, so let's pop this on there. Now that is going to be our frame. So let's get that glued on. This will also give it some extra strength as well, so always double up your frame if you feel like you need that little bit of extra thickness. Definitely adds to the strength. And always on these mechanisms, let your glue dry thoroughly before you start moving it, because you'll regret it. So let's get this down. That makes a big noise, doesn't it, when I slide that across? Right, I just need to wipe off all of my excess glue, although this is where my photo mat is going to be. I think I popped this frame on upside down, never mind. So my pattern paper is going the other way. So let's pop this on here. This is what it's now going to look like. I'm going to pop it further down to the bottom. Normally I'd pop it in the middle, but because we have a pocket at the top, I'm going to put it further down, okay? And I think I have some photo mats that I've done cut already as well. So those go on there. Is this one slightly smaller? I do have a slightly smaller one. What did I do with it? That's the question. It's gone. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. No, yep, there we go. Found it. Right, there's far too many of these rectangular pieces of card floating around. Like I say, big tidy up needed. Right, so this is our photo mat. So this would be your photo. You get the die to cut this directly from your photo, so you don't have to worry about trying to get the size perfect and all that. The die will do that for you. That would be this die here. It's all there to help you get it all lined up and the right size. There we go. Right, let's get this glued down now. My trick that I was going to show you is use a bit of tape. Use a longish piece of tape here, and we are going to glue this on just like that. So let's add our glue first. So I'm just working on the bottom tab. The glue is going to keep it there long term. So let's glue this down. The side tabs I have no glue on right now. So let's lift this up so that you can see. There we go. We've got our first tab down, and then I'm going to add a bit of tape just here, so that when we add our inserts in, it's not going to get caught on that there. That can cause it to catch and not go in the pocket fully, but adding the tape there just helps it go down a lot better. And then I'm just going to add my glue just to the side here, just to the side tabs. So as you can see, really well made mini albums can take a little bit of time, but you having the dies really does cut that time down. But this album is going to be a hybrid album. It's going to be made using the dies, and we're also going to have little projects in here as well that don't require the dies. So it's going to be a nice little hybrid project for us to work through, and it's actually quite relaxing as well, having a project that you can come back to and carry on with as well. So that is our first page done. There we go. And if you have another photo mat that you can pop under there, you can pop another photo here as well on this one there using the die set. If not, if you don't fancy that, you can add a sentiment or an element or a little note or a little story or something like that, or a little Christmas poem will fit perfectly. And there are even some Christmas lyrics from your favorite song can go in there as well. So let's have a quick measure. I'm going to quickly cut something to fit inside this pocket. So I'm going to go for 4 and 7/8 by 8. So let's cut that out. I'm going to stick with the craft cardstock because the craft cardstock was used to make the base of the album, so that's what I'm making all of my little elements out of. So do I have, this is a scrap, is this going to be big enough? 8, yep. What was the measurement again? 8 by, was it 4 7/8? Measure twice, cut once, 4 3/4. I think we can get 4 3/4 out of that. Yes, we can. So that is 8, 4 3/4. We could probably go a smidge bigger. There we go. We can get some photos on there. You can even cut this into like a little tag shape at the top by just cutting off the top corners, and that is going to slide in here. There we go. That goes all the way to the bottom. There we go. So decorate that with your patterned paper. So you have this flip up pocket just here, and then you also have a pocket at the back there to add more photographs in. So again, that's going to look really pretty when you decorate the top. Maybe pop in a little bar of gold mirror cardstock across the top, or add a hole and add some twine in there. That's going to look really pretty. So let's now quickly work on the next page. I'm just going to take this out whilst we're working on there, just so we can get a little bit flatter. That's better. So I have next, let's move things along. I have this die set. This is also in the sale. This is £11. This is actually made for the medium album. This stitched mat here is perfectly fitting the medium album, but we can use anything in the medium in the large. So this is the die set here. Lovely mat. Just gonna have a swig of water. Okay, so I've die cut this out already from gold mirror cardstock, and there's a perfect place in there for a mat. So I'm thinking I'm going to pop that here. I'm not going to glue it down just yet. I love this. This is perfect for the cards as well. I make some lovely shaker cards from that. And we have here the smaller version of that larger one that we've just made here. So here's the large one. We've also got the smaller one as well. You can actually use this. You've got 2 elements here, so you can use this on its side. I'm not sure if I have an example here. Do I have one in this book? I made so many of these books. Here we go. This is what it looks like using the sideways element mechanism, and this is what it's using, what it's like using the other one. Okay, so you can get 2 different types there, plus the tabs to make the pockets as well. So you've got everything in there. So let's pop this on. Actually, I think I might want to do some decorating first. So we're going to be added. So I've made 2 of these smaller ones, exactly the same as the larger one, except these don't have the pockets on them at all. So to attach them to your page, just add your glue to that tab there, and then they're on your page. Now I've got the music notes, so let's glue those on. So again, this little small one is in the sale at the moment. I think that ends later today at midnight. That's BST plus no, GMT plus 1, so we're still British summertime. So let's get that glued down. These look great on cards. I know Vicky, when these were released, she made some lovely cards out of these as well. Really nice, kinetic, interactive cards. But again, these are going to be absolutely perfect for any occasion. It doesn't matter what they're for: birthday, Christmas, Easter, and again, mini albums and cards. So many different uses too. I think next time I make an album, I don't think I'll be printing my papers out on paper so thin. It just adds that bit of fiddliness. So thicker the paper, the better. Right, let's pop these on. I think I am going to alternate them. So I have one going this direction and the other one going that direction. Now we only need to add glue just to this area just here. Again, if you feel like you want to use tape, you can do as well. And there's enough here on this large page to have 2. If you're using this in the medium or the small album, there's only enough room for 1. So just do this exactly the same. Add my glue to that little tab there, and then pop that down. There we go. Leave that alone, don't touch it. So let's play with this now. I'm thinking about adding another bit of paper there. So I think that's what we will do next. So this paper is cut down. I used to die, but I need a manual measurement. 6 1/8, and I will have 2.5. 6 1/8 by 2.5. I think I'll be able to do this on my smaller trimmer. So let's choose some paper. So let's have a quick look at the papers to choose from. This is the free download from Craft World. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description box. Craft World is free to join, and this is the free Christmas papers from Simply Cards and Papercraft 236. Got the music notes, got some dashing reindeers there, we have beautiful tartan, we have some music as well. I don't really like that one, so I've not used it. And this one are those nutcrackers. I love those with the mistletoe. Got some more Christmas foliage there with the red berries, and you get 8 in there, and I've just printed them out onto A4 paper. So I've got loads of scraps as well, so let's have a quick look what would look good as a border. I think maybe even the tartan. Do I have any of that tartan left? That's the problem, because I have done so much with the tartan already. I might not even have scraps. I've got some triangle scraps, but I don't want a triangle scrap. So I did print out, yeah, I printed out another batch. I probably printed this out about 3 times now. So I've been having a lot of fun with this. That's the great thing about having the printables as well, is that you can just print out your favourites. So this needs to measure 2.5 by 6 1/8. Then I'm going to mount this onto some green cardstock. Do I have enough offcuts? I think I might have to get another sheet of green out. You can always tell it's Christmas when you stock up on your green and your red paper, and you can tell when it's Halloween because you're stocking up on the orange. So I've just got a pack here. Fresh page. Okay, so that was 2.5. So I'm going to cut that at 2 3/4. And I still want the width to be 6 1/8. There we go. Right, I'm going to keep this with all of my scraps because that is the colour that I'm using throughout the album, so I can go back to that and get some offcuts and things. So that's going to nest on there nicely. There we go. Quick dry run. So I just wanted to break up that page a little bit, and the best way to do that is just to add a little border, a little fun border, just to help that break up the page. Especially if you're adding things on the top, it adds a bit of interest as well. And because there's gaps between each page because of the binding, you can add a little bit of bulk as well, so there's nothing to be doesn't all have to be flat. Okay, this has gone over just a notch. I think I might get away with it though. Yeah, I think we're good. Right, so let's pop this on. Again, this would look great. Instead of the green, you could use gold to add a bit of shine. There you go, that breaks up that page lovely. You can add it to the bottom if you want to. Lift it up slightly, you can have it any way you want, but I'm going to go smack bang in the middle. So let's add that on. One thing you do need when you're making all of these albums is lots of cardstock. So this is one thing that always surprised me when I first started making mini albums, was the amount of cardstock you need, because they do use quite a bit, but it's actually quite satisfactory that you get to use all of the card as well. And the same with the paper pad as well, you kill the paper pad. Right, so this is going to go over the top there. That's kind of like a little buckle, isn't it? So that is going to go on, and then I'm going to pop a mat in the middle there for our photo. Thank you, Vicky. She's being really nice. I'm hoping this is inspiring you to kind of get your albums ready. So what you can do is just make your Christmas album in advance. If you know what decorations you're going to be decorating with this year, then definitely try and get your papers to kind of match that with the colour scheme, and then make your album, and then it's all ready there for your photographs to add. I'm still in a pink stage, so I will do my best to try and get these to match in with my photos. I have these big pink poinsettias and I have green baubles. It's very like it's not fairy, but it's very I can't even think of the word. Whimsical? I don't know. Sugar plum? It's just not your classic red and green. That is basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I now need to do a little photo mat for here. So let's grab some white cardstock. I can't remember the measurement for this. Let's measure that. Now, if you do have the place stamp here, die set and stamp, you can just stamp a little photo on there. So I'm going to pop this to be 3, I think it's 3 by 3. Yeah, I'm literally just going to put a smidge under 3 for each one so it fits inside the frame perfectly. Yeah, whimsical sounds about right. I think whimsical is the word. Again, so cut your photograph to 3 by 3. I'm sure I've shared here before my tree. I really love my tree, and I kind of don't want to switch out the decorations. I always used to be red and gold, but I don't want to go back to it just yet. I might do. I've still got all my decorations. Every Christmas when I go to decorate, it all comes out the loft, and then I wonder, and then I always cave and just go with the pink, which never used to be me at all. But I absolutely love the pink now with the light green baubles and the sparkle. There we go, there is our photo mat now ready. There we go, there is room at the top here for other embellishments. If you want to add a title or the day, you can do that. And now these open, let's test these. There we go, the glue has now dried, so there is room here now for a photo here, a photo here and a photo here, so that's 3 photos. And the same for this one as well. A bit of glue ooze there. Fold that over and there we go. These open and close like that. So do your little mats as well, or just add your photos. If you are giving this as a gift, I highly recommend you gift your mini albums with the photos in, unless you highly know that the person is actually going to decorate it, because usually when you kind of gift a mini album, it's not decorated and it's got all these mats ready for them. They're not going to get round to it, it's just going to gather dust or put in the to-do pile for projects. So the best way to gift a mini album, in my opinion, is to add the photographs and give it all together at the same time with the photographs. It is actually a very nice thing to do when it's all complete. Unless you know the recipient would like to decorate it themselves and add their own photographs, and you know that they're going to do it. So that is what I recommend for that as well. So that is those 2 pages done. I love this. That's the large one, and let me just get those die sets. So this is the large one here. There we go, the large one. And then we've got the 2 smaller ones here. I love these little small ones as well, and you can make those into pockets as well. Those are in the up to 60% off sale. And then we also have this lovely frame here. I love this as well. It comes with happy birthday, anniversary and invitation. This is designed to fit in the medium album or the midi album if you have that. Otherwise this frame is going to be perfect for loads of other projects. I know Vicky's sample, she had loads of fun with this frame. She even put it on the bottom of a box as well that she made. It was so pretty, and these are just so fun as well. So that is today's tutorial. So next week I don't know what I'm going to do, because next week is the day that the VIPs get access to my brand new Christmas collection. So I might be able to give you a couple of sneak peeks perhaps of that. There will be sneak peeks during the week next week, but I'm really not too sure what I want to make. I've already booked in the session, so it's already there ready to go. I've labelled it Christmas crafting. I think I will keep to that theme because my Christmas collection comes out later that day, so I'm definitely going to be doing Christmas. So let me know in the comments if you are watching on replay or if you are here right now. Should I carry on with this album and carry on decorating to the next couple of pages, or do you want me to do something completely different and go ahead and make some like gift boxes, or if you want to try out some of the We Are Memory Keepers punch boards, we can make some festive projects with those as well. So if you want to do some 3D items, let me know, or if you want to carry on with this album, do let me know. And don't forget to get the PDF download for this file folder box. So let's put all this back together now. Let's see how this looks. This is a work in progress, by the way. I still want to add embellishments here as well. So let's pop in our little notebook, our little planner. There we go, fold that up, and as you can see, there is loads of space in there. There's all of these gaps here, so there's loads of space for that. This does bend it out slightly, but if that bothers you, you can just move it along here. There we go. Now this will then tuck in here. There we go. And there we have our Christmas 2024 all in one little box, and you can even possibly store some of your Christmas cards, your extra special Christmas cards that you receive in this album as well. It's quite a large album. It's get a measurement for you. It's 9 inches by 6 3/8. Yeah, 6 3/8 by 9, so there's loads of room in here for everything. And you can even make volume 1 and volume 2 as well if you have a massive Christmas. So Lynn's asking if we can carry on. Julie likes the 3D. I know you love a good 3D project, Julie. So Lynn's saying Christmas gift boxes or this album. She'll enjoy either. Yeah, so you'll be seeing a lot of me next week. You really will. So I've got the craft along on Monday. I'll be sending out notifications on my social media so you don't miss that. We're going to be live crafting with my Paper Craft Society box. I love this. We've got all of these critters here, so we're going to be having lots of fun with that on Monday. I think that's at 3:30, so it's a bit later in the afternoon. And then Thursday we've got our live. Then we've got the VIP launch of the Christmas collection. Then Friday I will be live on the Craft Stash channels and doing the live launch of that as well. So there's going to be lots of live crafting next week. On the Friday during the Craft Stash live launch, I'll be showing you my whole brand new collection and some live crafting too. Actually, I do have one little sneak peek. Okay, are you ready for it? This is just lying about on my desk. It's a little gold booty. I wonder who that is for. Guess he's on a postcard. So that's your first tiny sneak peek for my new collection next week. I'm sure you know whose boot that belongs to. So right, so that's today's project. Don't forget about the PDF, and I hope you all have a lovely week and a weekend. Yeah, so I'm going to be off now. I've got to carry on with my little testing that we're doing later. So we will see you all next week, and hopefully I will see you all on Monday for that live there. Okay, so I'll see you all later. Bye.